During COVID is when I started this project called Littered MVMNTS, where I started to mimic trash. I'm Shoji Yamasaki. I am based in Los Angeles. I've been creating art for 15 years. End of 2020, everything got shut down. In LA, we weren't able to go anywhere. Dance in itself was on the edge of everything. And then one day, I just saw trash that was like moving. It wasn't like large trash, but these like trash that would just move in the wind. And I'm like, how would it feel to embody something that's inanimate? I look for whatever trash is moving, try to look at the angle of how I can film it. There are days there's no wind and I'm literally just sitting with the trash. One of the rule is that after I record, all the trash you see, even if it doesn't make it into TikTok or Instagram, I do pick it up. And then I rummage through my closet and I pick whatever looks kind of like the trash that I'm trying to embody with the color, the texture. I'm not allowed to use like a tape because they also produce trash. So if I need to put something on my clothing, I would always use it like a safety pin to pin it on my body. Both my parents immigrated from Japan. So I was born here, being Japanese American. I've always had this interest in different cultures around the world. Trash is something very universal. The labels and the language and all that is different, but all in all, they do all move similarly. For once, I'm not the choreographer. The trash is the choreographer, and there's nothing that's moving the trash except for the wind. I have to really be in tune with nature. In so many ways, it's connecting to the universe. I had so many comments from so many different people around the world. I would get languages that I've never seen before. But it's so interesting because it's like you see all these people around the world connecting with your work. It transcended all language barriers. Coming from Asian parents, being male and Asian, and it's like, okay, like dance, really? Like they're like, of all things, you're gonna choose dance. But I did, and I kept following what I really wanted to do. A lot of times people associate dance to be ballet or like very technical, very Eurocentric sort of movement. I feel like dance is so much more wider. Dance is not just always what you see on stage, but anything that happens around us.
So tell me you have a rabbit without telling me you have a rabbit. I'll go first.
I rescued rabbits for 15 years. After high school, some lady drove in front of my house and dumped a disabled rabbit, and she just drove off. And so he was paralyzed from the hips down. In America, we have Easter, and so parents would buy these baby rabbits at the end of the year, and so they would dump it at a park. Basically, for my entire 20s was dedicated to my bunnies. I think at one point I had 12, 13 rabbits or something. Rabbits have a certain body language. They would do different movements, like dance and choreography, and that's how I learned how to mimic movements. It's called a binky. It comes from the head. They jump in the air and they do these happy bunny dances. I saw so much relationship similarities with dance and how bunnies interacted, which was how I kind of created bunny jazz and this whole genre of my own. I do really enjoy working with trash or things that are being discarded. One man's trash is another man's treasure, especially with my bunnies. Because the rabbit was disabled, the owner no longer wanted it. And I think it all comes down to values. I don't know if I have the answer to it. It's just those are the questions that I always kind of dig myself into these holes. Maybe not all audiences understand, but that's okay, You can only plant a seed, and I think that's what I'm trying to do. I just hope that the soil that within them is fertile enough that the seed that I plant would grow and help them change and shift.